Well, let's start with Richard Nixon. Now, this doesn't relate to current day Republicans, but we're having fun, okay? And then I'll get to some that definitely involve current day Republicans. 4 new revelations come out of new audio tapes that we found of Richard Nixon. Now, we always knew that they were there, but the audio quality was so poor they couldn't listen fully before, and they didn't want to release them because there might have been confidential and classified information on the tapes. But the audio production qualities apparently have gotten better, and they've found out what is actually on the tapes. This does not help Richard Nixon. All right, first, the most devastating piece of news about the new Nixon tapes, his views on abortion. Now, you would think, hey, he's a Republican, so he was, pro-life. Well, he says, no, there are times when, quote, I'm quoting here, there are times when abortion is necessary. I know that, he says. For example, when you have a black and a white. I'm not kidding, and it is what you think it is. And then he goes on, or a rape. Like, so, I mean, come on, if a woman got raped, okay, he can understand abortion, or she slept with a black guy, then obviously abortion is necessary. Now, the reason I bring this up is that there are still Republicans that defend Richard Nixon. They're like, no, you don't understand. He was misunderstood. Like Pat Buchanan, who's on MSNBC, sitting there, comfy as can be every single day. Worked with Richard Nixon, defends Richard Nixon to this day. Says, oh, no, you don't understand. He was a great guy. He was misunderstood. Now, look, you can say that it was a different time to some degree, but it wasn't that different a time. Okay. And Bob Dole, who ran for president in '96 for the Republicans, not a small guy in the Republican Party, wept at Nixon's funeral. He was like, oh, Nixon, he was such a great guy. He understood that when a black and a white got together, obviously you need an abortion. Unbelievable, man. So now, interesting thing about second revelation about Reagan in these tapes. Now, you remember Nixon, of course, had to resign over Watergate. It was a mess. He'd ordered a break-in, and then in order to cover up, he fired a couple of people at the Justice Department and the special prosecutor, and that was known as the Saturday Night Massacre at the White House. And that's terrible, of course, and that now considered one of his, of course, fatal errors, along with the break-in in the first place. But that's not apparently how Ronald Reagan saw it. He's on the tape saying that it was, quote, probably the best thing that ever happened. None of them belong where they were anyway. Hey, stay classy, Ron. So, you think, oh, the Gipper, Ronald Reagan. He's like, oh, no, you fired everyone because they were about to find out what a crook you are? Good job. They didn't belong there in the first place. I wonder where Karl Rove got his ideas. Put some thought behind that. All right, now the third revelation is on South Vietnam. Apparently, Nguyen Van Thu, I'm positive I'm mispronouncing that, was the president of South Vietnam at the time, didn't really want to sign a ceasefire when we did, because he knew that it was nonsense and that as soon as the Americans withdrew, the North would come for him and they'd take over South Vietnam because they just weren't strong enough to hold it on their own. And Nixon apparently told him on the tapes, or told his advisors on the tapes to tell him, tell him we'll cut off his head if necessary. Sign the damn thing. Okay? Meaning, we knew we'd lost. So this whole piece with honor, la 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 la, internally, obviously they realized we lost. Have the guy sign this thing, we're going to get the hell out of there, and then sad day for him. And finally on Jews, because, you don't want to leave out any racial groups if you're Richard Nixon. They're talking about a couple of different things. One, when Israel shot down the Libyan plane, which was turned out to be a civilian plane, and hundreds of people died. I believe 113 people died. And he's talking to Billy Graham, and Billy Graham's talking about, hey, listen, you know what? These Jews are causing us problem with Campus Crusade. We're trying to, spread our message here, and they're working against us. And Nixon says, what I really think is deep down in this country, there's a lot of anti-Semitism, and all this is going to do is stir it up. Now, that doesn't sound too bad to begin with. But then he continues, it may be that they have a death wish. That's been the problem with our Jewish friends for centuries. Stay classy, Richard Nixon.